check the description box below for tabs and backing tracks. On my website, information about exactly what sound tools I'm using today, how to schedule one-on-one time with me, live streams and more on Patreon, and my deep dive courses. It's all on my website. All right, let's grab a D chord, but let's go ahead and take away the third. We won't be needing it. All right, now Ronnie, let's go over to hand cam. Ronnie does the thing that I can't do. he tucks the picks into his fingers and uses his fingers to go. I'm going to do it hybrid picking style. So what we have is a roll. So that means we're going to be using our pick and then middle and ring finger. That's the first thing to get. You drone on that for a while, get comfortable with that. Now the tricky part is Ronnie does a pinch also. So it goes. To the last beat is all of them together. That's actually really tricky. Here it comes. All right, now let's go back over to main fret cam. All we're going to do is put a C tone in the bottom of that, which changes our pattern then to become. Let's go back over to hand cam. All right, back over to main fret cam. Now we're dropping down to a G over B chord. 203. Same pattern, and then drop one more to get a B flat on the bottom. But it's crazy because on that one he goes, yeah, subtle part, really tricky. Watch out. Here we go. And then it gets even trickier in the second verse. We're going to now grab a full D chord. Yeah, he did do that. He put a little fill up on top. Let's see what this hand is doing. Let's go over to hand cam. Yeah, so I think I kind of use pick and then middle. And this is the hardest chord in it. Then he is going to put that C on the bottom, but still keep that chord, which means, yeah, we're going to grab the D chord. Yeah, we're going to grab that D chord like that so that that one can be there. Really, really, really difficult. Here we go. Let's look over there on fret cam. I guess let's go back to front. See my face? That's not easy to do, to get that in there. You don't have to. And then it goes around and then we have this really interesting cadence, this crazy cadence. So, and I think it's a 3-bar loop. And then, Kenny Jones is just doing a crazy fill through the whole thing. So you can't actually tell where the downbeats are. What I had to do is I watched a YouTube clip of actually Ronnie performing this with Slash in the 90s, where they play it a little more square. And oh, that's what's actually happening there, because what is going on? All right, let's look at the chords. It's D, G, F over A, B flat, F over A, G, and I'm doing an inversion there, back to the D. So D, G, F, B flat, F, G, D. That's what's going on underneath. One more time. That's really cool. It's a really cool cadence. So up top, Ronnie is thinking D minor pentatonic, you know. But he's definitely tweaking it to match the line because the first chord's a D, so he's bending this 10th fret up one to an 11 to an F to F sharp. Just a little guy. And yeah, I pull that one down. Here, let's go to hand cam. Yeah, precise 1 fret bends. 10, little bend, 12, 10, push that one up, back to front cam. Let's look at that one more time. And then a little run. Neat. Yeah, hammer on, pull off. Now, on the record, Ryan does that last thing as like that. I do it. I don't know why. It just made more sense for me to go pull it that way, just cuz. But either way is fine. So that run again. Cool, cool little thing. And then it comes around again. That's that section. And then I kind of cut to the bridge part, the all right, let's look at that. That's D major. And it's interesting, the bass is playing an F, so it's kind of an F6 chord at that point. So anyway, 077. Just back this F sharp down to an F natural. Little melody. So that is 6, 8, 10, 8. And there's a C chord right there because that's what's happening there. But I just left that G open in the middle so you could get a nice drone. Then that little bluesy kind of melody there. 6, 8, up to 10 and back. Yeah, because I can, again, for me, everything is caged. I have courses about it, but yeah, you have a D minor pentatonic here. That goes with that chord shape. There's a D minor pentatonic here. That goes with that chord shape. There's a D minor pentatonic here. That goes with that chord shape. So that's how I'm able to kind of just find those notes. I find them wherever I want to put them, not wherever is the only place that I happen to know them. That's the value of the caged thing. I can just choose how I want to travel around the fretboard. And then there's his little stuttery fills that he puts in. So we're back to hybrid picking for those. So that is that D5 chord. A little pass down that 3, down to that G over B. And then let's look at this hand. So can we get both in? Yeah. Let's look at that again. Tricky. Like simple little things like, that's stuttery, syncopated, tricky. And even this little floaty bit that he does during that, when you listen close, you're like, wow, that's actually a really tricky little part. I've never seen someone do that exactly. So he grabs a D chord, comes back down it, but it's all still ringing. Gets that open. You gotta get your pinky to get that 4. we got D minor. That one I usually grab my D minor with my pinky on that tone there. Yeah, you can see it. Kind of the same idea though. But again, the bass is playing an F. It makes it kind of an F6. Then we have our C chord. And he starts doing his hybrid picking on that. So he doesn't grab the whole C, he just grabs like the root and then the G and the C there. And then he gets his pinky out. Let's look at hand cam. Again, he's tucking his pick back and doing it that way, but I don't know. I can't. I'll drop my pick if I do that. And then a big. So that's still kind of playing around with that same Dear Prudence style, Tales of Brave Ulysses. What other songs use this walk down progression? Those are two that come to mind. I think they're both in the key of D that do the same thing. But anyway. So that's just the same stuff. Now it's totally an overdub on the record, the slide guitar solo. So, I just did it that way. All right, usually if I play slide, I'm going to use my fingers to have more control, but I wanted to do it Ronnie style. I'm going to kick on my Greer Southland overdrive. I love that pedal. On top of the deco to get a little more sustain. Now Ronnie, let's go over to hand cam. He's going to be doing a lot of pick blocking with his slide work at this era that he played slide. So this hand, when I changed strings, did you see what just happened? I hit this 7th fret of the G, but to get to that 6th, actually the skin of my thumb caught it, because if you don't do that, you get. Again, very, very advanced and subtle, hidden expert technique in what Ronnie does. So let's watch this hand again. Because that phrase, that's what it is. But to get that clean with the slide, when you come back, it's actually this hand that catches it. Let's look again on fret cam. And then we have a little kind of flat 5 going down to the 4 action. I guess let's go over to front cam. So it's like when I go up, go back over to right hand camera. Sorry, I have to say that for my editing purposes later, so I know which one I'm talking about. This hand has to catch it. So on the way up, it's, the back of my thumb. But if I'm coming back down, my middle finger actually catches it. Now, an argument for doing it, Dwayne Allman style, I find it a little more natural for me personally when I play slide to just use my fingers. You don't get the same attack though, it's true. Now I'm not going to, I'm not going to teach that whole solo. I'll put it in the tab. It'll be on the tab because I changed that solo every time I shot that opening bit. But it will always start with a drone there on that D there, that 7th fret of my G string, and it will always have that, and it will always have that little. 9 down to 8, but they're not fret numbers to me, they're intervals. Intervals are really the thing that is everything. They're the thing that's behind everything. Like, that's why that sounds like that. You know, that's a 4. That's a flat 3. That's the blue note, the flat 5. They're the unspoken thing that make music magic, the layers of intervals that are happening in any given song. They're a very boring thing to do YouTube lessons about, but they're actually the most important thing. Because they're not flashy, but they're magic. Noisy. I think I covered everything. Hey, if you enjoy my work, please like, subscribe, and share. That costs you nothing, and that helps people like me out immensely. One more time, how I stay in business is all on my website. That's really how this all works. You can book time with me, live streams and more on Patreon. As little as $2 a month. I'm always putting stuff there. Deep dive courses. That's how I keep the lights on here. As Bill and Ted would say, be excellent to each other. That includes yourself. Happy Friday. Eat pizza. Viva le Ronnie! Faces!